reporting from the heart of London. As you can see, I'm here to take my glass of Heineken beer. It's about £4.50. But you could see most people are buying it. It shows the economy is good. Everybody's living their life and moving from one place to the other, just getting by, and there seems to be some sense of organization, and what I see, development is huge, is massive. You can see this is the Victoria Station, the popular Victoria Station. You see how wonderful it is. People just come in. These are coaches, going to different parts, and the place is so massive, with recreational sites where you can enjoy, This takes a lot of commitment and dedication from leaders, to put up such structures. So I wonder, when I look at Nigeria and I look at the level of infrastructure development, is that we've not started. We are way, way, way behind. Most of us as young people begin to wonder, when are we ever going to get there? It shows that since independence, our leaders have not been able to do anything tangible. They've not been able to scratch the surface of development. So we begin to wonder, where do we go from here? Everybody keeps saying, I will provide you pipe and water, I'll give you electricity, I'll give you roads. What kind of roads are they providing? When police are trying to go to space, people are working on trams and on train stations. If you look at this straight, the Victoria Station, the Victoria station, the trains are not manned by anybody. They are computerized trains, as you can see from here. So we're still using locomotive engines in the 21st century, and we have our politicians still going ahead to approve engines that are locomotive, where many other countries are going on electric engines. So what kind of things are we doing? And if you look at the cost of these locomotive engines, they are as well as what we can get for electric engines. We should prioritize development, and we should put above first national interest as leaders and as future leaders of Nigeria. If we must get it right, then we must try to leave a legacy for our people, and to be able to leave a legacy that must be devoid of personal interest, devoid of greed. We must learn to sacrifice. Nobody wants to sacrifice for Nigeria. Nobody wants to do anything. And that's why there's so much poverty. There's so much gap between the rich and the poor. We begin to wonder, how are we going to cover the gap? I was walking yesterday at Naija, and I saw a young girl, with a baby. This girl receives dole from the government. She lives in a council flat. She's been assisted. You have many, many British people, Londonians, who are working daily, paying taxes, and these taxes are being utilized very well for the people. We wonder what's happening in our country. We pay taxes, we receive mineral rights, we receive royalties, we receive money from crude oil, from coal, from mineral resources. We receive money from gas, but yet nothing seems to happen. Yet again, governments keep asking for bailout. What are the bailouts being used for? These are the kind of things we need to look at. We need to look at, how do we make our country self-sustaining? How do we make our country sustainable? How do we leave a future for our children yet unborn? Today, our population is about 170 million. In the next 20 years, we are being projected to get up to about 250 million. What are we planning for? What are our plans for the next generation? Our infrastructure plans, our educational plans, our scientific plans, our technological plans, our political plans. There's so much crisis in the country, one insurrection, one protest from here, there, one agitation or the other. It seems that there is a crisis to our nationhood. And so for us to have a sustainable nation building, we need to ensure that everybody is carried along. Everybody is carried along. There's inclusive governance. There's democratic freedom. There is economic rights for the poor, even for the marginalized. From Lagos to Kamfanchan, to Maduguri, to Sokoto, everybody, you have so many poor people. Poverty in Nigeria does not respect creed. It does not respect skin color. It does not respect where you come from. When people want to share the loot of the country, nobody talks about the religion they belong to. Nobody talks about the tribe they come from. Everybody wants to share the loot, but nobody talks about the soul of the country. And that's why we have so many Nigerians who are running out of the country, coming to the diaspora to contribute their quota at the expense of national development in Nigeria. Leaders must begin to think aright and say, what do we need to do? In 1985, Emirates had about less than 10 airlines. Nigeria Airways had over about 25 airlines. But today, Nigeria Airways has 0 airline. Emirates has over 200 planes. As today, Nigeria Airways has 0 airplane. The Nigeria Airways is not even functional. It has packed up. Why you have Emirates, who had just less than 10 airlines in 1985, while Nigeria Airways had about 20-something, has over 200 airlines today. What a success story. Everybody's going to Dubai, everybody's transiting, having to take money and spend in Dubai. Meanwhile, nobody comes to Nigeria. Tourists don't come here. What are they going to do here when there's no security? When you don't have anything, no infrastructural facility that people need to come and see. That is breathtaking. For us to make our country a tourist hub, we must invest in our people, we must invest in our systems, we must get it right. We must be first in whatever we do. We must have national pride. The Nigerian spirit is there for all of us to tap in. The Nigerian spirit is a never say never spirit. A spirit that is always ready to get to the top, to make it up, to be successful, to be number one. And that's why Nigerians are carrying first class everywhere all over the world. But we have it wrong with our leadership. We must go back to the basis of defining good leadership for our people, as well as finding a key to the myriad of problems that befalls this great country. Nigeria is the most populous black nation on earth. And if Nigeria gets it right, it means the black race has gotten it right. My call is that all Nigerians, and indeed all Africans, should wake up and build for national pride. Should wake up and live as a black man that is proud anywhere he or she goes to. A black woman that is proud anywhere he or she goes to. Where he cannot be discriminated against because of his backwardness or political naivety. We must show that we have skill sets. We must show that we are ready to develop. We must show that we represent, a pride, a noble culture. We have several kings in the past. We had kings who had kingdoms. In 1415 AD, the Benin Empire was as developed as Portugal. But today, where is the Benin Empire? Then look at Lisbon today. Compare Lisbon to Benin City. You see, there's a very huge gap, developmental gap. It's incomparable. So we need to go back to the basis. If we must keep our population from running out of Nigeria, if we must stop Nigeria being a dumping ground or a burial ground, and not where they spend money, because you see most Nigerians, they send their children abroad, they school abroad. When they want to enjoy, they go abroad. When they want to go to the hospital for medical care, they go to abroad. But when they die, they come and bury them in Nigeria. My question is to many Nigerians who are out there not ready to develop the country, is Nigeria a burial ground? Thank you for watching.